So let's just catch a glimpse of Osel flying the little vulture. It's about a year old. It's not a lot of wind for him, but the girls have got him going really, really well, and Osel's been pushing him now, doing some lovely soaring. Bit of breeze, so you might not hear me, but I'll overlay it if I need to. But just have a look at this. It's lovely birds. These turkey vultures, if you ever go to Mexico or anywhere, Florida, you'll see them, and they're so buoyant, so buoyant. A nice little circuit, and they look ginormous. You know, you see that as a bird watcher, and you go, whoa, look at the size of that. But you look at it chest on with its wings out. It's a small bird. I don't know what it weighs. What does it weigh?
2 pounds 13.
2 pounds. Okay, so it's bigger than a female harrisawk, but not a lot body-wise. It's just a ginormous soaring wing. Quite a long tail for a vulture, a bit of manoeuvrability. And casting him off, giving him a launch. Look at this. It took a while to get him going. They're very silly birds. Turkey vultures, I would say, silly, sort of quite babyish. You imprint them and they behave like silly babies, and take a bit of time to learn that we don't want him running around, and we don't want him just being silly, flying a few feet and running up to us. That he's got to go and do as he was sort of gifted by nature, and actually fly and soar. You know, our job's experience days, really, not displays. And we want our guests to really, well, like you would if you're doing a display, we want them to really thrill and thrive and really wonder at these magnificent birds. And to do that, they've got to do at least some sort of thing that they would in the wild. They've got to display their natural flying techniques. And that sort of hard work pumping those wings is not what any vulture wants to do, but it's what he's got to do when there's very little breeze. So tell me a bit about, because to be honest, Osel, he was a bit slow at learning. Tell me a bit about his recent sort of last few weeks and months. He seems to have cracked it even on a still day like today.
It was perseverance, because originally we had to literally teach him how to flap his wings, and then once he learnt to flap his wings and come towards somebody who had a glove, he then had to learn to actually fly up in the sky and actually start to soar. And then we went through a few weeks of him sort of just disappearing off, because he didn't know how to come down. That was his major problem.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you did have a bit of going to get him, didn't you?
He'd get up into the air and he would be looking for us, but he just couldn't. He couldn't get down, and so that took a little while to manipulate. And then suddenly, just one day, about 6 weeks ago, he just cracked it.
So he just got it in his head.
He just got it in his head, and he started doing circuits all around these arches field. Particularly if there's good wind, he'll be all over the place. There's no wind today, particularly.
No good wind today. So, I mean, we all say they're intelligent, but they've still got to learn, haven't they? And the way they learn, what we want them to do is to get a reward for doing the right thing. But until they do the right thing, you can't reward them for doing the right thing. You just got to ignore them and leave them sort of wanting. But tell me what he's doing now. Why is he doing that to your hand?
Well, I've got a chick head in my hand, and it's really just to distract him, because we're going to be walking back in a minute. And he's still very nervous of walking past cars and going through gates and various things like that, and he does sort of get a bit agitated, so I'm just keeping him distracted, really.
Does he bite people that know him like yourself, that work with him? Because some people that don't know, when you imprint a bird, they can be sometimes aggressive to a degree towards the person that they really trust, oddly, and not at all to our guests, because they don't know them. Sort of familiarity breeds contempt, and they'll bully you a bit for food. So does this vulture bite like the lesser yellow-headed vulture that was here before?
Yeah, he can do, mainly when he's excited to see you, when you're walking in his aviary with the scales, and he knows it's going to be food time and flying time and all those lovely things, and that's when he will get, he'll chase your boots around. Sort of
overexcited and cantankerous, like a chewing puppy mauling your hand.
So I've actually developed a method where I literally get him onto my glove immediately.
I'm just going to go behind him.
I get him on my glove immediately, and then that usually restrains him a bit. The hardest part working with him is actually getting all his equipment on, because they weigh down their legs. Their legs can get very, very chalky and horrible.
Yeah, so before we've had permanent, sort of semi-permanent anklets on, if we need to restrain the bird on a glove at all, best not to with vultures. Use your hand to support them as well. Their legs aren't super strong like eagles, but they poo and wee down their legs. The urate builds up, like you say, like chalky, and they almost weld the anklets to their legs. So you guys are using just literally clip-on fasteners. He lives free in his aviary, and you just clip them on. But I've watched you do that, and I actually watched you go to do that. You didn't know I was watching you a few days ago, and I thought, Christ, that's going to take a while, but it wasn't. You just got the knack of it. I just want to mention, if you saw this on holiday somewhere, like I say, in the Americas, you would go, cool, look, a lovely big black vulture. It's actually like a beautiful crow or a starling. The iridescence on this bird is absolutely, let me just get behind him. There's a lot more to just saying that bird's big and black, isn't there?
Yes.
Absolute
yes,
oil in a puddle. And what's his name?
Morgan.
Morgan.
You named him.
I named him. So people say, when I say people, I'm so sorry, I'm bad with names. People don't understand how bad I am with names. Morgan, what a little darling. He's got his adult colours now.
Shiny car. Shiny car. Don't worry. Come on. Shiny car.
He looks in good condition now, Osel. Has he molted at all? Yeah, he's molted a bit, hasn't he?
You know the wind has gone down now.
Yeah, because we're sheltered. You can see it on the treetops. There's no wind out here. So it's averaging about 27 mile/hour winds today with 50-mile-an-hour gusts. The girls have just finished an experience day with some brave guests. I'm just going to see the vulture fly in the wind, but we're in the arches where the wind is actually quite well protected and quite well kept away. Osel pointing, that's a little hand signal to say I'm going to launch you off. Brace yourself and be ready. Need a bully. Wow, he's found a bit of dirty old air there. Ooh. Wow. Uh-huh. Whoa! Goal! From that. Yeah. It's going to get so much lift if he goes through there. It's going to vanish.
Looks like a big crow, doesn't it?
Yeah, look at it go.
You can see how he's really trying to play with the wind now scared of it.
No, yeah,
And he's
definitely.
actually trying to sort of just deal
Well, he
with
did a bit
it.
of mileage out, didn't he?
Yeah.
To get there.
But
He's come off the tree, hasn't he? Lovely,
he has.
lovely.
He's a great.
Lovely
He's great.
person.